So, hi and welcome. It's a long time since this, but welcome, Neringa. It's nice to always talk to you about anything and everything. So, yeah, I'm Manila and I have my headphone on because I have problem with my hearing. I have been sick, and I think that's one of the topics today of how we became sick and how the impact of the sickness uh, is in our everyday life. So, yeah, what do you think about that, Neringa?
Well, first of all, yes, very nice to see you, and hello to everybody, our listeners, our followers, our friends. Um, in this world, a lot is going on now, and a lot of people get unwell for many different reasons, and I think a lot of times because we're so busy. One of the things that come to my mind, we get so busy that we don't see the signs that something is already happening within your health. So when I speak about it, I also speak from my own experience and my own observation of myself, because usually before the sickness or not feeling well, there is something already going on. Yes, there's
Mm,
something, you can feel it physically, mentally, emotionally, but at the end it gets to your physical body. Yeah, not feeling well, and a lot of times we overlook that, and a lot of times actually we not helping ourselves to prevent that. And I believe we can prevent, well, depends of if there is some like very serious sickness or disease, but a lot of times I believe we can prevent if we listen to our body, if we listen to our mind, if we observe ourselves, which in this day world it's very hard, because we're running all the time, in this never ending circle, a never ending routine. So yeah, just very, very important to see the signs so you
yeah.
don't have to go through this. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And I remember for many years ago, I got down with the stress. And the day where I get down with stress, I have the feeling of tingling in my face, left side of my body, in the arm. And I was talking to a friend about it, and she was saying to me, "What you are talking about is a blood clot or something like that." And I said, "Oh, I'm just stressed. I have to go home, put my feet up, have a cup of coffee, and I will be fine." An hour later, I was hospitalized. I was unconscious. I had to work with my body for the next 6 months to train it to work and stand and walk and all that, because I haven't listened to the signs before that day I got paralyzed. And, you know, everybody knows the sign of stress. It can give you headaches, pain in your stomach, or you eat less or you eat more, or normal stuff. But I would never have thought that it could take my, uh, you know, oh, what? Uh,
It seems it really overtook you, like it drastically affected your health. It wasn't just a little bit, just few days or a week. If you say 6 months.
yeah, it took it before I get into being myself again, but I'm still not myself again because of I didn't listen to the signs before the accident. I call it,
Mhm.
because it has something to do with my cognitive behavior, my concentration, my lack of words. All that have been affected because I didn't listen to the sign. Has been gone on long time before I got stressed and hospitalized. And so I'm very aware of all symptoms in my body when something new is happening. So I was very, yeah, confused, surprised when I woke up one morning and couldn't hear. I just had a cold, a normal cold, but yeah, and now it has affected my ears. So I just have to be patient uh, to get rid of it. But it's affect all my daily life. And it's not just me that affect it, it's also my surroundings. And it's not only about my hearing problems, but it's every sickness that has an effect and impact on you in your daily life, even if it's just a cold and you have fever and like that. So we need to be aware of the signs, as you said, before something happens. Have you been outside when it's cold and warm? And have you, yeah, or have you done something that could uh, be affected into what you are going through?
And it brings me to thinking about, of course, I think what works the better for us, it's like we learn. So we had experience that we went through and it wasn't really good. If you get sick, you ignore the signs, you don't think about it even, yes?
Mm,
You get sick. So I think that's another way to learn, yes, to raise that awareness. So next time you know, so next time you take care of yourself. So next time you say no, no matter what you have to do around, maybe take care of the family, or you promise going somewhere with somebody, you have to learn to say no, first of all, to yourself. No,
mm,
I'm not feeling well, so I need to take care of this. And I'm sure other people will understand, or if they will not understand, you still need to take care of yourself.
yeah. And if your mind won't listen, your body will force you to listen. For example, in my case, I was paralyzed for 6 months almost. So yeah, you really need to go in and listen and learn your body, know your body. If it's tingling your little finger, why does it do that? Is it maybe because I have hold on the pencil too long or something, or is it, yeah? And then you can maybe prevent sickness, even maybe a cold. You take socks on instead of taking them off, and you take a jacket on so you don't get freezing and so on. There's small thing you can do to prevent being sick. You can make some vitamins or
Yes.
medication or omega-3 oil or whatever it can be that can help your immune system. Also, getting out in the nature could help a lot.
I agree. Um, a lot of times we don't think about it, just like going for a walk by the sea in the forest, just breathing the fresh air. It relaxes you, it relaxes your mind. It means it will relax your body when you don't think
Mm.
about things, when you don't have this fear at that moment. And I think I would like to add that sleep is also important.
Oh
And
yeah.
sometimes people say, I don't have time or anything. If you have time, like I call it power nap, it's like 20 minutes, just taking a nap.
Yeah.
Um, it really, really helps. For example, yesterday I felt my throat started getting sore and started getting painful. So what I did, first thing I did when I came home, I lay down and I slept for around 30 minutes. I swear to you, I woke up feeling different. And today I don't
Mm.
have a sore throat.
Yeah.
One other thing what you mentioned, I'm glad you mentioned that we can find a lot of information these days. There's nothing hidden. There are so many platforms that we can really go and just do some reading. Like you said, like little finger tingling, what that is. So it's for you or for your friend or for your family. If someone asks you or says, "Oh, I'm not feeling this well," I think it's we can't find excuse why it's plenty of information out there, so it's good idea to learn. I think a lot of us ourselves. We always will take care of others who don't feel well, who are sick and everything. But first thing is we need to learn to take care of ourselves.
Oh,
We need
yeah.
to learn to say no to ourselves and say, okay, I'm gonna stop. I need to do things, but I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna rest, or whatever it is.
Mm.
Because if you're not well, then you cannot help others.
Mm.
Yes, if you're not well, then your days are changing. And if it turns to something more dramatic, drastic, like for you, 6 months being paralyzed, it must be very scary
Oh, yeah.
and very confusing. And you don't know what to do, how to help yourself. And then it really stops you. Then it really stops your life. Then it really makes you to take care of yourself. So why not to really prevent this?
Yeah, and when it's also, I talked about going out into nature. It's because if you're just staying inside your own home, you have all the bacteria in the home. You need to go out and get some fresh air, as you said, so you change the air in your house also. But as you said, it's so important to take care of ourselves. It's just like in the airplane, with the mask down. You have to do it yourself, but we forget it because we are so caring persons that we will take care of everybody else before we take care of ourselves. Normally, when I have clients, I ask them, which person is the most important person in your life? And everybody says, my children, or my husband, or my family, my dog, my aunt, my uncle, my cat. And I said, where are you? You have to be the first person, because if you are healthy and some of your relative, your children get sick, then you are healthy enough to take care of them. If you're not healthy, you can't take care of them. And that just what you were saying. So it's so important to take care of ourselves. And
Yes.
yeah, and you were talking about you were going home yesterday and you slept for 30 minutes, but you don't you can sleep, but you can also just take a break, take some mindfulness or meditation. There's so much tools you can use to just get down and relax, because I think, in my perspective, when I see it, stress is the common uh, for sickness. So if you got down on stress, maybe you will not get sick. All
So
is in the
here,
mind.
here you go, and that's what I thought about. You know, we need to take when we say, "Well, you need to take care of yourself." I think many of us right away would think about physical health, isn't
Mm,
it?
yeah,
But where does it start really? It starts a lot of times. It starts in our mind, in
yeah,
stressing out, overthinking, to the point you cannot sleep anymore. So your physical body is really, really affected.
yeah,
And I like that you mentioned mindfulness. So I think what's very important for people, well, we have different kind of routines, and some of them unhealthy. When I say routines, it could be person wakes up and takes a cigarette. So how about changing this cigarette to maybe cup of warm water with a lemon, which is much, much healthier for you, isn't it? And it doesn't take a long time to prepare that. So how about creating healthy routines for yourself?
Yeah.
And what I think it would be also helpful to really reflect on this, to stop and not when you're already sick, but just I hope that our listeners
Hmm.
and followers will take that in consideration. Just reflect on it. Okay, so what can I do on a daily basis? Do I do enough for myself? Something very easy, something very light that can prevent me from getting sick.
Yeah.
And like you said, there are so many tools. I personally, every morning I wake up and I don't take warm water, but like uh, just room temperature water with a lemon. And after that, I do about 8 minute qigong routine. That it's very easy to remember, and it's just movement that helps you with your energy. It raises your energy, and it's free, and it's at home, and it's only 8 minutes. So you
Yeah.
can make smoke cigarette for I don't know 2 3 minutes or whatever, or you
Mhm.
can do an 8 minute qigong routine.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And what you are saying about smoking, many of our you viewers, followers will say, "Oh, I will not stop smoking." No, but you can reduce it. When you woke up in the morning and you start lighting a cigarette, maybe you could postpone it for an hour. And in the evening, if you are postpone it or do it an hour earlier, then you have shortened the time of smoking. If there's 10 hours a day where you could smoke, now you only smoking the 8 hours, and then you already get more healthier when you stop that. You don't need to change so much. It's just a small effort you have to do. For example, just as you said, 8 minutes of qigong or pilates or yoga or whatever you are doing could help. Just also just sitting there or look in out in the, yeah,
yeah,
the room, and yeah, just feel yourself.
that's
uh,
that's such a great tip, Anela. That uh, is like a reducing. And what comes to my mind when you mentioned, yes, a lot of people, I think, fail when they think or they believe you have to stop here and now. And
mm,
yes, well, let's go with the example of smoking. Some people can do that. They say, I'm gonna quit, and they quit
mm,
smoking. It can be the same day, and they never take a cigarette. Most of us will struggle with that because we created habit. It's in our body, it's in our mind. It's like that just craving. So I like what you say. How about slowly reducing? And while you smoking less, maybe you start doing something. So you see, if you're reducing something and there is some space, there is some new spaces, why not to fill that space with something positive? I
yeah,
don't know what it could be. Listen to the music. I don't know, going for
mhm,
5 minutes walk or just doing breathing exercising instant, isn't it?
yeah,
So by replacing, it seems like that space becomes full. So there is no that bad negative habit nowhere to come back, isn't it?
yeah.
And of course, there's always gonna be struggle, and we're different, and we're all different, and somebody's gonna be more successful, somebody's gonna fail, but it's all about creating routine.
Exactly. uh, yeah, we have a little longer time but not so much left, so yeah, maybe
So
we
do you,
should
yes?
round up something, or you have some tips here in the end of
Well,
our
I just
Zoom.
hope that this video was very helpful. I hope that people got inspired, or they eager to do something to bring changes in life and really start taking care of themselves and find time, whether it's a 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or whatever they feel comfortable with starting. And I would like to invite our followers and viewers and whoever listens to us, share their stories, share their experiences, or give us tips what was helpful to them.
Yeah.
Yes, to
Yeah.
make changes in their lives.
Yeah, or if they have some tips and tools they want to share with us for our few followers, and yeah, it's just not you and I who have all the answers, because we don't, but we just have experienced a lot of stuff, and we want to share them with you and everyone else. Maybe they can gain some positive things about it. Yeah. So,
Yes.
would you please tell the viewers and our followers where they can find you if they want to connect with you?
Well, so for those who may be listening to me first time, I'm a dragonfly therapy creator and reflective therapy practitioner. So you can really find me on the Facebook, Neringa Dan, or another Facebook page, Dragonfly Therapy, or the Instagram and Neringa J Dan, or just yes, find me on the Facebook. We gonna post our information, yes, under this video, and you can connect with us anytime.
Yeah, and you can also listen to this podcast on YouTube, just sharing Two Women Talk. We also have a Facebook site, just sharing Two Women Talk. So there's a lot of possibility to connect with us. And as you can see, I have all my up there, my information, my phone number, and my mail, and you can just connect with us if you want to do that, or do it on Facebook. We are available every time,
Yes.
almost. So let's say goodbye to all our listeners and followers, and see you next time. Hopefully, there will not be so long apart the next time. And hopefully, I will have my hearing back so I
Yes.
don't need to have this on.
Yes. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. Bye bye, Neringa.
Bye.